Yeah. Yeah.
Hey guys, good morning. Beautiful day to start off with, taking a trip to the supermarket because it starts here, right? My favorite section of the supermarket clearly is the produce section. Okay, this is where you're going to pick up all of your fruits and vegetables that you need to maintain your vegetarian lifestyle. So you need to get to learn and understand how your supermarket operates and how they label their fruits and veggies. But I'm going to show you something. It's important that when you get your fruits and veggies that you are looking at the label. There is a labeling system that tells you whether your food is organic or not. You have 4, 8, and a 9. You want the 9s. The 9s are telling you that it's 100% organic, okay? The other numbers are basically telling you that it is GMO, it is modified, it has pesticides, and all of the bad stuff that you don't want in your fruits and vegetables. So take the time when you go to the supermarket, spend some time with what's going to go into your body and ensure that it is a number 9. So I'm going to show you where to look. So in this particular supermarket, they do 2 things. They either put it on the labeling for you, in this section, or it is actually on the actual bunch of fruits or vegetables. So in this case, black kale, my favorite. Okay, so here is our black kale. Well, I refer to it as black kale. This is your green kale, and this is your black kale. Your green kale is 94627. Your black kale is 94624. The difference between these 2 kale is the pH. The pH in the black kale is higher. It is almost 10. And the reason why I can say that with confidence is because I've actually done a project whereby I went in, bought a whole bunch of different fruits and vegetables, went home and actually did the test myself. So I know that these 2 particular kale are in the region of anywhere between 9 to 10 for these 2. The reason why the black kale is so much higher in pH is because it takes longer to mature before it's able to be harvested. And for that reason, it is spending a lot more time in the sun, absorbing all of that energy from the sun that's pulled into this kale. That's going to give you all the nutrients and the nourishment that you need for your body. So that's one of the reasons why this particular one is so much higher in pH. Okay. So from here we have other things. So we have our green scallion. Again, it's a number 9. We have some Swiss chard. Again, a number 9. This one is 94587. And this is what you're looking for. You keep going. And in this particular case, the numbering system for these romaine lettuce is not on the actual product itself. It is labeled right below it. So that's where sometimes you have to look down here to see what number, the PLU, it's called a PLU number, what a PLU number is. Okay? And this one is also a 9. Then we have some butter lettuce, same thing. You'll have to look on the actual label to figure out if it's a number 9 or not. I know the supermarket, so I know how it's laid out. So I know that wherever I see green labels, I just know it's organic. But of course, I still double check, just to be on the safe side. So when you go to your supermarket, you just need to understand their layout and their system of coming up with how they label their organic fruits. So go to your supermarket or supermarkets, because I have 2 or 3 that I go to, and just get intimate with the way how they lay out their produce, so you know where to go, how to quickly pick up your items that you know is going to be organic and good for your bodies, and go. This one we stay away from. And again, notice now how from the moment I move and cross over to over here, how this section now, the labeling is now white. That means it's conventional. So the numbering system on this one is a 8. So this particular supermarket is telling you clearly what is what. Over here, my green, organic. Over here, white, conventional. So again, you have to get intimate with your supermarket so you understand when they lay things out, which section is your organic and which one is not. But again, the labeling doesn't lie. So even if they don't do it this way in your supermarket, just pick up your item and just check the label on it and to see what the PLU is. And if you don't see a PLU, when you go to the cashier, ask them what the PLU number is, right? So if we need to eat alkaline fruits and vegetables, we need to be able to eat the ones where the pH is high. This one doesn't cut it. So there's no point put into your body, right? You don't want the acid building up into your body. You want to have alkaline fruits and vegetables in your body to help you to increase your pH, which therefore also increase your vibration and keep you on a high. That's what you need, okay? So then if we continue going, then we're gonna have, your peppers, your zucchini, and again, they're right next to each other. You have one that is conventional, it's white, and then you have another that is in the green section, which tells me that it's organic. And again, I look on the numbering system and I can see that it's a 9. So that's kind of what I look for. These are fresh turmeric. Sometimes you get in the powder, but these are fresh turmeric. This is in my green section. This is organic. Mushrooms. So your mushrooms, you're going to have different types of mushrooms. So portobello mushrooms, baby bella mushrooms, the trumpet, et cetera, et cetera. So again, green tells me that these are organic. And this is where I would actually, pull from when I'm buying my fruits and vegetables. Typically, I don't buy anything here that are in these containers. I want my fruits and vegetables to be out. I want to pick them up, look at them. If I want to pick a little piece off to taste it, I want to do that. But I don't want them into a container like that because I don't know the process. It's too many process involved in getting it from fresh, laid out, hopefully just picked into these containers. So I don't want my fruits and vegetables to be in these containers, so I avoid them by any means necessary, okay? And then over here, we have the avocado. So avocado is my favorite fruit, and I eat avocado, probably one avocado per day. And again, they're also in the same, organic, non-organic. So for right away, I just know, because I know how it's laid out here, but right away, I know that this is a 4. I don't want a 4. I want my 9s. So these are my 9s, 9, 4, 2, 4, 5. These are my avocados. Now I'm going to move over to the fruit section. Over here, right away, I know how this place is laid out. So I know that everything over on this side of the fruit section, that they're all conventional. But over on that side, over here, are where you are having your organic. So for example, your banana is a 94011, organic bananas, as opposed to conventional bananas, okay? And then I have some other items that I like my mangoes. I'm fortunate for the location where I am. I can get mangoes, sometimes out of season. But so this is organic mangoes. And then I have different type of apples. Right now, it's my favorite apple right now is this opal. Again, organic, a number 9. So we have key limes. So there's a difference between the key lime and some of these other Persian limes. This one is actually quite large, whereby this one is small. This one is seeded and this one is not. Okay? So now we're back home from the supermarket, okay? But one of the things that people always ask is, what is it that you vegetarian eat? You people are on a plant-based diet. What is it that you're eating? So I thought, let's just bring home the food that we just bought from the supermarket to kind of give you guys an idea as to what it is that we eat. So we talked about the importance of, when we're picking our food, make sure that it's organic, and the PLU number needs to start with a 9. So this is what I've done, and I've talked to you about most of what I've picked up from the supermarket. Again, you can see all the plethora of foods and fruits and vegetables that we can eat on this plant-based diet, right? Or this, I should say, plant-based lifestyle. This is not a diet. This is a new lifestyle that we need to adopt in order to raise our vibration and to make our body more alkaline, right? Then we have, like I told you about my favorite, which I refer to it as the black kale. Okay, it's darker in color. I plant these in my backyard, and they take longer to actually produce, ready for its first cutting. And the reason, because it takes a very long time, what that means is that it's packed with even more nutrients, because now it's out there longer than your typical green kale. The green kale, you can get this in your backyard to start producing within a few weeks. Within maybe 3-4 weeks, you can get green kale ready to clip and put in your salads. The black kale takes longer. And the reason why this one is packed with more nutrients now, because it stays out there so much longer, that means it's getting more sunlight, which is what we need, right, to be in our body. So we transfer the sunlight here, transfer the nutrients from here, the energy, the alkaline, into our beautiful vessel called the body. So that's the reason why this is my favorite kale. Sometimes I don't see it very often, but when I do, I take quite a few of this one. And then we have the dandelion. We have 2 different types of dandelion. We have the green one and the red one. So this is the red stem dandelion. This is the green stem dandelion. This I've not seen in anyone backyard growing wild, right? So, but this one definitely is in my backyard for sure, growing wild. And again, the pH in these is in like the 9 to 10s for these dandelion. They are bitter in taste. What do I use them for? I use them, put them in my smoothies. If I'm making a smoothie, I put in some green kale, some black kale, and some dandelion is the base of my smoothie, with maybe a green apple, again, organic, a green apple, and that's the base of my smoothies. Thereafter, I can add in a banana if I wanted to, and then, your typical type of seeds, your hemp seeds, your chia seeds, your sesame seeds, etc. Flaxseed if you want to get your nice hearty smoothie that's going to help you, to kind of give you that satisfying drink, but also packed with nutrients and make your body alkaline. Okay, so that's my dandelion. Then I picked up some other kale. This kale is the name of the hour at the moment, and they refer to this one as the red kale, and it's because of this stem, but it's not really red, it's purple. I have this one also growing in the backyard, and it's faster than the green kale in terms of ready for its first harvest, but it's longer, takes longer than the green kale. So again, it packs with nutrients. So anytime you buy greens, the greener it is the more nutrient it has in it. So make sure that when we're buying our fruits and vegetables, that we're packing a lot of greens into our this lifestyle that we're trying to accomplish. Then we have the typical romaine lettuce. I buy some butter lettuce, like these. And then I have my typical, like I said, my red peppers. All these are organic bell peppers. I do buy the yellow and the green sometimes, but I do like the red for the fact that I know that it's kissed by the sun, right? It is out there. It's gonna change from green to red, so I know it's getting a lot of love from the sun, and that's what I want in my body. So that's what we do. Then we have some mushrooms. We have a different kind of mushrooms. Portobello mushrooms, small, they call it the baby bella mushrooms, and then we have the bigger ones. And I never used to be a mushroom person at all, but once I changed my lifestyle, I had to introduce new things in my plethora of food to eat, and
mushrooms is one of them that I had to get used to, but it's very, very versatile. You know, by the time you start getting used to how to cook mushrooms, you're gonna love it, and it's gonna be something that you're gonna think you're eating meat, but it's mushrooms, right? Then, you know, typical green scallion, just for some seasoning. Then you have some herbs. Next time I go in the backyard, I'll show you some of my herbs. You have some parsley. Then what do I have? Pumpkin. So again, you know, with my number 9 on it, of course. And these pumpkins, these are the ones that I like to purchase, and I can use them. I can roast them up, you know, make a dish out of them, or I use them to make some soup. You know, and then we have butternut squash. Same idea. I can put them into a soup. I can roast them. These are actually quicker to roast up in the oven and give you a nice flavor. Then we have our typical organic raspberries and blackberries. Today I didn't get any these are blueberries. Blueberries. I didn't get any blackberries today. And then we have our bananas. Again, like I showed you from when we went supermarket shopping, that it also has a 9 on there. And I wasn't really a banana person per se, but once I changed my lifestyle, I started incorporating a lot more bananas. So what I do with them is, I'm no longer scared that if I leave my bananas out and they get like this, you know, kind of like brown spots, because back in the days, I would never eat anything like that, right? I'm no longer scared of this. What I do with them, I peel them and I put them in the freezer. And then that's what I will then use if I want to make a smoothie or a sea moss shake, or even if I want to put it into my green juice shake and so on. Then we have one of my favorite, Mr. Mango. Okay, so I know not everyone can get, depending on where you are in the world or in the state, in America, you won't be able to get mangoes all year round. I'm just fortunate that I can, to a certain degree. So yeah, so I tend to like my mangoes. I can use it for all different things. I can cook with it. I can put it into my juice. I can just eat it as a fruit just to get the nutrients and the alkalinity from it as well. Then we have some papaya. Not the best looking papaya that you see from on the outside, but once you cut it, typically it's actually pretty decent. So from the outside, doesn't look like much, but when you cut on the inside, it's actually a decent papaya. Key lime. So we talked about our key lime. And we talk about the fact that these are smaller, right? They're smaller, they tend to be a little bit more softer. So, you know, you kind of squeeze them a little bit just to get a little bit softer. And then once you cut it, you'll see it has seeds in them. Not like the other large limes that are hard on the outside, much darker in color on the outside. And when you cut it open, usually most of them do not have seeds. And like I said before, how do you then replant it if it doesn't have seeds? So it's important, but it's important that our fruits and vegetables, that it comes from a seed. Okay. Oh, avocado! What's called my avocado? My favorite. So always have this. I buy them in 2 different ways. I buy them green and I leave them out so that they can ripen up, and then I put the ripe ones in the refrigerator, and like I said, pretty much every day I have one of these with my salads. Or you can put it to your smoothies. You can put it into make a shake. You can use it to make a dressing. You can use it to chop up and just make the avocado toast. It is versatile. So this is my little best friend right here. I feel hungry, don't know what I'm gonna eat. I cut one of these, add some salt and pepper. I'm good to go. You know, put a couple of lettuce with it, and I'm good to go. So these are the things that I typically purchase when I go to the supermarket, and can use it in a variety of ways to be able to execute any kind of plant-based meal. Okay, so now that we've brought home our fruits and veggies, I was going to show you how I wash them. Okay, so typically this is what I do. I just put some water into my sink, and I use baking soda, so a good heap of baking soda in cold water, and I think this is about a tablespoon, okay? And you know, just swish the water around. I just take my vegetable, in this case my black kale, my favorite, as you all know by now, and I just soak them in there. Put them all together, and what that's doing, that's just gonna wash off any excess dirt sand and so on, because that's the last thing you need is to be, making your smoothies or making your salads, and it has sand and so on in it. So that's all you need. So you just put them in there, keep them into the water, sort of for, I don't know, maybe 15, 20 minutes. Then you just take them out, dry them, and you put them in bags and keep them in your refrigerator. So I have these bags, I have this one and this one, but I typically, when I wash my fruits and veg, I put them in here. It has a little hole, so it keeps it, it drains the water, just like this one also, it drains the water, but on top of that, it keeps it fresher in the refrigerator because it sort of like has these holes in it. So it's not stifled when you put it into a Ziploc bag, right? It's not gonna get stifled and go out faster. It lasts longer when you have these produce bags, okay? That's typically what I do. I wash all my fruits, all my vegetables when I come out from the supermarket, and basically put them in these bags and store them in my refrigerator. And that just kind of enhance the shelf life or the fridge life of your fruits and vegetables. So just a quick tip. You don't have to follow it. I'm just saying that this is what I do, okay? Thank you for watching. Thank you for being in this space. And remember, peace and blessing to you and your family. But always remember that gratitude is a must. Thank you.